Hello, everybody. Welcome to Paul Dini's apartment. We have Bruce Timm, producer, Dan Reba, director, Paul Dini, the writer, and I am Jason Hillhouse. And
the star of our show.
I'm here. People have asked, and just my Chris Farley-esque interview technique that makes him look like James Lipton, I think, is probably part of the reason I get lucky enough with Gumpian luck to get to sit here tonight with these fine gentlemen and watch this show. I don't know. What do you want from me?
What the heck he's saying? Gumpian
I got
luck?
nothing. Let's talk about the music. Hey, how about Shirley's theme? It's great, isn't it?
It's lovely.
Yes.
You know, Bruce, one time you said something about a great Superman theme.
Has to have the word Superman in it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to sing the word Superman in it.
Right. So it's Superman, 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 Superman,
Superman,
da, 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 he's Superman. Yeah. But yeah, seriously, all of them are. The Fleischer Superman cartoons has Superman.
Luthor, mostly.
And a dinosaur.
Superman.
And the Chris Reeve Superman theme
Yep.
is, it's got the word Superman in it, in the theme. So, anyhow.
It's great.
Yes.
And it's true.
That's the key to a successful Superman theme. Little known fact.
So we get started right off the bat. Here he is. You want to talk about the McGurk?
Just causing trouble. We went back to his very first appearance. Mr. Mxyzpixilated just showed up one day, and he starts yelling for a buddy of his named McGurk, and he turned it into sort of a running gag, and we appropriated some of the bits and the idea directly from that comic because we thought it was a good introduction for him.
So you pulled that right from the early comics.
Pretty
Absolutely,
much.
from the very first Mixie story.
He even got hit by a car in the first story.
Yeah.
Who, Superman or Mixie?
Mixie.
Yeah.
He was dead, and then they were putting him on a stretcher,
Oh,
and he
that's
just
right.
hops up and goes off looking
that.
for his buddy McGurk.
Oh,
Here's a cool
let's talk
guy.
about
The
let's
wacky
talk
newspaper.
about the newspaper page here.
Fake comics.
Starring us.
Yeah, well, Dan and Dini, they had their own comic strip, and of course Mixie.
Glean.
Glean, that's right.
Do I gotta hold your hand? An actual quote.
Yep, that's right. That was Glenn's favorite expression. Guys would come to him with, oh, I love that bit. That was cool.
Yeah.
Tommy DeHate animated that.
He did?
Yeah.
Good for Tommy. Yes.
That is genius. The album cover is genius.
Thank you. That was my idea.
That is really funny.
And that's how to
And
actually
nobody
pronounce
over
his
the
name.
age of, 20 gets it.
Yeah. They
30. Or under the age.
I would say 99% of the people, fans or non-fans or whatever, would have no idea how to pronounce that. And thanks to that little...
Mxyzpixilated.
That's right.
Mxyzpixilated.
Yes.
Alex Ross debates aside, I think that's the definitive now.
We've come almost to fistfights over that. He says, no, it's Mxyzplik, because that was the way it was in Super Friends. It's like, yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, the Super Friends is the Bible to Alex Ross. We know that. It's gospel.
Now we have the definitive version right there. That's it.
That's right.
Okay, there he is. Based on maybe the Super Friends, that crazy little, the impy voice, the orange guy that had that kind of like little crazy. That was my crazy impy voice, by the way. You wouldn't think Gilbert Gottfried, but now that you see it and hear it, who
He's
else
perfect.
could possibly do that voice?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's got such a manic, irritating voice, but it's got a truly funny quality to it, and just really fun to write to, and he really captures a character.
Did you have that in your
I
head?
love
Kind of as you go. How did you go about picking him for this?
I don't know. I don't know how it was.
I don't know whose suggestion it
back
was.
and forth, and I don't know.
We always really liked him as a comedian, and I don't know. I just seemed natural. So I don't know. I don't know whose idea it was, but.
Did you do the redesign on the character?
Yes, but it's based right out of the comics. I mean, that was. I never really liked Mixie in the previous incarnations from the old cartoons and stuff. I always thought it was a really goofy-looking design, and so I just never really cared for the character. So when I saw that old comic with that classic 40s style costume, and he looks kind of like Elmer Fudd, I thought he was much cooler. So
And by the other design you're talking about, like what
the
we
one
had,
with the little
guy
orange,
with
the Mego guy, the
hair
purple and orange, and the
He kind of wore like a little spacesuit or
That's
something.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a 50s version of science fiction. It's like, they have the little epaulets and.
Streaky the cat in one of his early appearances.
It had a lot of animals throughout the thing. Was there little nods to obviously Streaky there, but the horse.
The horse bit is Paul's favorite Lois Lane comic of all time.
There is a really weird issue of Lois Lane where she turns first into a centauress, and then she turns completely into a horse, and then she goes off and has a relationship with Comet the Super Horse. So, you know, riddle me that one. It's
and
the
that comic
weirdest
has been banned in most third world countries.
Yes, that's right. And here's this weird beat. It's sort of funny, but kind of in a weird way.
It's disturbing.
It's a little disturbing.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just making them act like chickens, and
It's
then
a little Twilight Zone, yeah.
yeah.
It's a little disturbing. I feel, you know what? I felt better once they actually turned into chickens.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't usually say that about people. I feel better once they actually turn into chickens, but in this case, I did.
No, he's right. Chickens are always funny, but horses are not funny.
No.
But that's what's so funny about it. It's like, yeah, Lois gets turned into a horse. Of all the animals she could get turned into.
And
Look at them come hit their eyes on the ostriches.
I know.
Like, hey.
Yeah, those are some sexy ostriches.
Whoa.
For the sake of novelty.
So, what is your big, well-documented fascination with this character?
It goes back to when I was a kid, I guess. There was something about the fact that Superman fought what's essentially a mean leprechaun that I kind of liked as a kid. You know, Mxy looked like an interesting adversary to me because I was a kid, and here was this very childlike villain, and I thought he was sort of cool because I'd seen Superman fight robots and everything else, but I don't know, at age 7 or 8, and I just thought, oh, well, that's kind of cute. I also like the fact that Superman had a dog. It was just, you know, it just made him very accessible to me as a kid. And a few years later, I would go like 90 days, Mxy again. Oh man, you know, where's Luthor? But for that little time I was reading Superman when I was a little kid, I just, you know, found the character very appealing. And then later on, I always just kind of liked him. So I had a Mego figure of him, so that was
yeah,
cool.
that always he made Megos of everybody.
Didn't I buy you a Mego at San Diego?
You did,
like
you
about
did.
10 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Missing an arm or something.
Well, you know, they were built on a rubber band, and the rubber band snapped, and then one day Mxy just fell apart in my hands, and it's like, speak to me.
He said his name backwards and fell apart.
No, Mxy, no.
Why the overhead shot?
Yeah.
No. Right. Good times. Good times. You know, he's a mean little leprechaun. That's the description of him.
Yeah.
He's a mean little leprechaun. He said the other day Killer Croc was like Godzilla in pants, which made me laugh really hard too. I like it.
I mean, you can also argue, if you want to be a little philosophical about this, if you can, that, you know, Superman kind of looks as Mxy as sort of like a bad example of what he could be. Like if he wanted to lord it over people, he could make people's life miserable and pull pranks and everything. So Mxy is sort of like the devil when he appears to him and says, "Why don't you do this?" Or you could make people hop around and obey you too. But
Pops
Superman
up over
never,
his shoulder just
never
like
does
that.
it.
The little angel devil thing pops up right over his shoulder and does that.
Yep.
It's very deep, Paul.
Well, deep as the little guy gets, I guess. But it's sort of fun in this episode. For the first half, Clark and Superman are sort of baffled by this guy until he figures out how he works and that he's all hung up on trying to get Superman and, you know, do him one better and everything. And once he figures out the gimmick, he's easy to defeat because then Mxy is all about, you know, a crushed ego and I got to prove I'm smarter than him. And then we went to this gag here where, you know,
Yeah.
3 months
this.
later.
I love the shaving thing too, which is great.
It doesn't really make any sense, but
No, it doesn't, but it's really cool. Well, I don't know how really
because
cool.
it's heat vision, it's not lasers, but whatever. That's okay. There's that
It's
willing
a neat
suspension
little
of
bit.
disbelief.
Yeah. Well, he has a razor right there too, which I like. Just in case Lois is snooping around in the
That's right.
medicine cabinet. Now he's got to.
Oh, surprised they let us get away
I know.
with
I
that.
was about to say that's a little
Originally he was
creepy,
gonna
too.
He was going to cut it off with a razor.
Whoa.
That's right, with a straight razor. That's right. We weren't allowed to do that.
Sundown,
You're
watch.
not gonna cheat me out of my fun.
Oh, it's you again, Mr. Kiltipsism.
Not Kiltipsism, Mxyzpixilated. Now, the
Did Gilbert have a hard time pronouncing it?
No.
No.
He jumped
got
right on it,
Got
huh?
it right away.
Yeah. What a dope. Superman figures out the trick.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of this, I mean, this had to have been a lot of fun for you guys to kind of get to cut loose a little bit and get a little bit silly and do a lot of the gags, you know, traditional cartoon gags when this isn't your wacky type show. How much of that do you write? How much of that, Dan, do you?
This is pretty tightly written. I mean, all the gags are pretty much spelled out.
It was there, but James did go off a little bit. And
James who?
James Tucker, who storyboarded a very fun part, the fifth dimensional part,
Right.
as well as the tail end of the chase at the end. He had some fun.
That was I still am not sure I get it. I paused it and I still went through it. I get that. Did that take you a long time, or are you that much smarter than I am?
It's a little conceptual.
Yeah.
It's not the clearest joke.
He edited the article and then he marked off the name.
K.
T, P, Z.
See, but those are the ones that.
Backward, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I got it.
So he
Oh,
spelled
look
it.
at look at his house.
Yeah, here's the wonderful fifth dimension, and there's his girlfriend, Miss
Mxyzpixilated,
who actually does appear in the comic book, but she looks kind of like him. She looks kind of gnome-like.
We didn't want to
Yeah.
do that. We wanted
No.
to make her vavoom.
Yeah.
So she looks like a Dan DeCarlo girl from the 1950s. Thanks to Shane Glines, our character designer.
She's always got the hair over one eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Little Veronica Lake, just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
rabbit type thing.
Right.
Going.
I like the poses. They're all like, yeah.
Time for love, babe. Gotta beat Superman. Gotta beat Superman.
See, the thing is, like, if you're a resident of the fifth dimension and you have all powers, you know, why would you be hung up on Superman? You know, she certainly doesn't want to come to this dimension and cause trouble. She's happy where she is, but that makes Mixie a little brain damaged that he's hung up on Superman, and that's sort of like his quirk that makes him different from all his other people, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. Well, he created the rules, right? And based on this thing, he's the one that set the boundaries, saying if you can get me to do this,
Yeah.
and kind of his arrogance that, and now he's got the. This is really funny too. So he's almost he in a way his own arrogance defeated himself, and
Yeah. There's very little logic with Mr. Mxyzpixilated. You just sort of have to, you know, kind of play fast and loose with him and kind of enjoy him for what he can do. And
this is a cool robot.
I like the zipper.
Yeah, the zipper's great.
Here's Shane
The
doing
fashion show.
Yeah. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like the snap.
Yeah, it says
the
snap,
word. Yeah,
yeah.
that's great.
I think what I said about him
I
being
love
brain
that.
damaged kind of applies in this scene because, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
certainly got tunnel vision if nothing else.
Yeah. He's got the blinders on for sure.
like,
He's just
well,
working on a nut.
I'm going to hit the showers. Hell with that guy.
And I like it that he had to have protective gear for his welding.
The mud suit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
George.
Relish. Here it comes. And lo,
that. I think with James'
Pants, right?
invention.
Last month pants.
on the 30th day of pants, he emerges, zips up his zipper, and the fork.
That's a really long montage. It's probably about twice as long as it really should be for the joke, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
I was really hoping the toy company would make a, you know...
Mixie robot
Yeah.
with the propeller beanie.
Mm.
And the zipper. I love the
The
zipper.
zipper is awesome. Who did that? Who designed that? You remember?
You know, I think James actually did it
Probably
in the
did.
board, and we went off of that.
That's very funny. Yep.
That's very funny.
Oh. What kind of magazines do you think they have in the
Fifth Dimension?
Fifth Dimension?
It's probably one about her that she created, you know?
Yeah. All about me.
Don't you look happy? What's wrong?
Is this the horse scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say that. I'm expecting a visitor from out of
Yeah.
town.
Guy's kind of a pest, is he?
Also,
Worst.
if I'm not mistaken, I think Jimmy turns into a turtle, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Ah, of course.
Ode to Jimmy.
Mhm.
The giant turtle boy Olsen.
Yeah.
But she's a pretty horse.
Well, it's
She's got a nice little
gotta be
curl. She's
pretty.
got like the Superman spit curl.
And Clark just takes it all in stride, you know. He's, well, this is what the stunt is this time.
Stork. I don't remember what Perry turns into.
Walrus.
Walrus.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Oh, he just comes walking out of his
There's
office.
the monkey. You
Right.
gotta have monkeys.
Monkeys.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at all the animals.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Whoa, you're fast, kiddo.
Yeah, that's one of the things. I mean, this show really, this episode especially, has a lot of neat little touches like that for fans
Yeah.
and old comic book guys.
Well, that's who we make the shows for, you know.
Yeah.
It's for 40-year-old guys.
We
Great.
understand the children enjoy them too.
No.
No, not really. They go, what's it? I don't get that joke, Mommy.
How do you say that?
Turn off the TV, child. I'll write a nasty letter. Get them thrown off the air.
Mommy will make it all better.
If you beat me, then I'm history. God, finito. Bye-bye.
Well, you know, any chance that Reba's got to throw in a monkey, he's going to throw in a monkey.
Gotta have a monkey.
Monkeys are always good.
No, that's not an ode to
Julie
Beppo.
Schwartz?
Who is a monkey? Who is a super monkey?
we did that. We did that in an episode called Monkey Fun, where we had.
But the ending.
Yeah.
But the ending has.
Oh, yeah.
The punchline.
Right.
Beppo the super
We
monkey.
save it.
Whoa! Get tough with me, little boy Blue. If you don't cooperate, I'll tell the world your
I love
secret.
the animation on this episode. It's
Very
really good.
cartoony and lively.
But they make them fit within, within
Yeah.
the world.
You can't outfly me.
Watch me.
Hey, did he just say his? No, it's okay.
What?
It looked like Mixie was saying Superman's
Oh.
line for a second.
Might have been. Oh, yeah, North by Northwest music.
Yeah.
Soder.
Yeah. Now I remember who did the music. I think it's Harvey Cohen.
That's right. That's it.
I like it that he still has the hat. He always has the hat.
It's the one constant about him.
Keeps the hat on no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a Republic serial hero. Only obnoxious. It's actually, he's like, looks like JJ to the jet plane now.
Yeah, a little
yeah.
bit, yeah.
I think Tom Terrific kept his little funnel hat on all the time too.
Yeah, I think so.
It was-
Wanna play hardball fight? Hey, Super! Get
That's just not nice. Now he's getting mean.
What, a Kryptonite warhead?
Yeah.
Yep.
with a kryptonite war.
And a kryptonite hat.
Yeah.
kept it deadly too.
He's such a ridiculous, annoyance villain, whatever you want to call him. But you can't do a Superman series without at least some sort of a nod to him, because he's such a big part of the legend. And I guess it becomes a challenge to do him and see
Yeah.
if you can do something new with him, or at least make him amusing.
Well, we got one good show out of him. When we brought him back the next time, it's like, it was a good idea on paper,
Yeah.
and it's not a good episode.
Not-
Little Big Head Man.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
obnoxious.
Yeah.
But
It was
I
once
mean,
too often for the well for him.
yeah, it's like one time only. We toyed with on Justice League bringing him back, and we just never really came up with a story that really felt was worth doing, worth bringing him back for, and knowing how tricky Little Big Head Man was,
Yeah.
and so.
It's got to be tricky with some of those where you have a challenge and you feel like, at least I think, you kind of meet it here. It's like, what do you do with that character? And you do something really fun and while still staying true to the show with him, and then trying to figure out what to. And Superman's villains are tough anyway. I think more than like Batman or something like that. It's always hard to try to come up with people that are formidable for him. You can't just fight thugs like Batman does.
No, loser. In yours.
Yeah. He goes Linda Blair on him.
My monkey.
That's twice.
I skywrote my own name. Backwards.
Patently impossible. How can there be spaces in between the letters?
Yeah.
He never stopped.
Me the whole time.
Oh well.
So it should have been cursive, is what you're saying?
Yes,
Yeah. I wouldn't have read as easily.
I guess.
Sorry.
You were the superior being all along.
James came up with this.
With having him disappear one piece
Slowly
by piece.
but
Yeah.
surely.
I mean, it was in the script, but I mean, he invented the little.
The balloon and the hat. So when you brought him back, what was the?
Teamed him up with Bizarro. And it, again, it seemed
Yeah,
like
in paper it sounds
like a
sounds
good idea, but it just got a little too crazy, and
Expecting a visitor from
kind of the ridiculousness of the situation just sort of, overwhelmed the story,
Yeah.
and it just sort of collapsed under itself.
That's one of the worst.
But-
But we got a good Dracula.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
did get Gilbert to do his Bela Lugosi.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was the best part
That
of the
was
episode,
really
but
fun.
still not a good episode though.
Nah.
And he's Superman maquette. Right there.
I told you it was Deanie's apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little creepy. He's got, and she's just taking it all in stride.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, he comes to his senses.
you'll just have to find some other way to pass the time.
Hey, this is
So we got a little bit of a happy ending for the jerk.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
And why the heck not?
But oh, yay! There he is.
Very odd.
Yep.
Yeah. Good times.
Cool.
Yep.
Good times.
Fun stuff.
So, we've been doing this for a long time, not just tonight. You guys have been really great about giving up your time and stuff like that. So I got you presents for doing this for tonight. I got a nothing overly fancy,
Oh,
but got a little. This one's for Paul.
thank you.
That's not part of the present.
You got us white T-shirts.
I got everybody white T-shirts. So that's for you.
Thank you. I will wear it with pride.
That's for Dan.
And a small bit of shame.
Well, we didn't get you in costume for this, but
No.
and that's what.
Indeed.
And I
as
went ahead
well,
and got one for myself. They were in bulk.
That's funny.
And then we got one, of course, for Bruce, in honor of the backwards name stuff.
Ah, perfect. I buried Paul.
Oh, my
So
Lord.
if you play this episode backwards, I think that's what it says.
That's right.
Throughout the thing.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you
That's
guys. Thank
great.
you guys very
That's
much.
funny.
Oh, my Lord.
Appreciate it. Thanks again for letting me crash the party.
Sure.
Paul, like your place.
Anytime.
Let's sign off Mixy style.
Okay.
Okay.
Ikerb mit.
Nada beer.
Lappy nod.
No Sag y Sole. Goodbye.
See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Adios.